So in this video, I want to show you how to schedule out your list in Postradamus. So the first thing you need is a list with some items in it, and my list has 7 items. It's about golden doodles, so I have photos of golden doodles here. And I also have a couple Amazon products. Looks like a dog squeak air over here, and looks like a book right here. But anyways, I've only got 7 items, but this will be fine for the purposes of this demo. So what I'm going to do, I mentioned this in another video, but you could click on an edit button right here for a post, and you could give it a time and a date. So I'm going to do that now, and then I'm going to update it. And that's a perfectly valid way to schedule out your list. I could keep going here and make sure each of my posts have a date and a time. But when you start having really large lists, this is going to be a really tedious way of scheduling it out. So Postradamus has a nice feature that allows you to build a schedule and then run it against your list so that you don't have to go one by one through each post and schedule each one out. So I'm going to click settings over here, and then I'm going to click schedules, and I've already got 2 schedules here, so I'm going to go ahead and delete them so we can start all over here. So I'm going to click new schedule, and I'm going to call this my golden doodle schedule, but you can call it whatever you want, whatever makes sense to you. You could just say my schedule, it doesn't really matter. So it says it's been created now. The first thing I need to do is add some times. So if you think about the days of the week that you want your posts to go up on Facebook, try and figure out what times you would want them to go up. So I'm just going to say, for example, 9 in the morning every day of the week. I want 1 post to go up. So I'm going to click create, and it now says on Monday 9 a.m. it's going to have a post going up, and then on Tuesday again 9 o'clock, and Wednesday, and you can keep going through here and you can see that each day of the week has a post going up at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to go back to Monday now, and I'm going to add 1 more time. Let's do noon, and again I'm going to do it every day of the week. Now there's this text box here called post types. Just ignore that for now. For this video, it's a little bit out of the scope of what we're trying to show you here. So in another video I'll go into what this means exactly, but for now let's not worry about that. So we're just giving it a time, and we're telling the scheduler which days we want the posts to go up. So I'm going to create that again. And so now we have 1 at 9 o'clock, 1 at 12 o'clock. Depending on how many posts you want to go up each day, you need to continue adding times. So if we want 1 more during the day to go up, let's do 16 o'clock, which would be 4 p.m. Again, every day of the week. So now we have 1 at 9, 1 at 12, 1 at 16. Now let's say on Saturday and Sunday you only want 2 posts to go up. Then just go to Saturday and delete one of the times. And you can also, of course, change the times. It doesn't have to be at 9 and at 4. You could change this one to 10 if you want. So what you're doing here is, again, you're just going through each day of the week, telling it which times you want a post to go up, and once you're done, you can go back into your list. So I'm going to click on lists and then manage lists, and I'm going to view my list. And so now we're going to apply that schedule that we just created to our list so that it gives each post in our list a date and a time to go up on Facebook. So you can see up here there's this little red exclamation flag looking thing here. It's kind of like a warning telling you, look, there's posts in your list, they're not scheduled yet, so you need to probably schedule them before you before you publish them to Facebook. You can't publish anything to Facebook if it doesn't have a date and a time. So that's what this little red warning means up here. If you don't see the red warning, that means everything in your list is already scheduled, so you're good to go. So I'm going to click this tab up here, and the first option is what date you want it to start, and I want it to start tomorrow, so July 15th is fine for me. And then it asks you which schedule you want to use. So you can see this is the schedule we just created, my Golden Doodle schedule. And then the next option is, do we want to randomize the times that each post is scheduled for? So if we chose 9 o'clock in the morning, I think that was one of our times, then this would, if we check this box here, then that's going to change it to possibly 9:10 or 9:20 or 8:50 or 8:40. It's going to be a little bit more random than always 9 o'clock every morning, or every day of the week. So that's kind of nice. And then we also have post randomization, which is going to, instead of making this dog photo here the very first post to go up on Facebook, or the first one to be scheduled, it might choose this dog photo instead, or it might choose this Squeak dog air product over here from Amazon instead. So it's going to go through here one at a time randomly and choose a post to schedule as the scheduler runs on it. So I'm going to check both of those. And then the last option is just telling Postradamus that you only want to run this scheduler on posts that are not already scheduled. So I actually do have one in here that's already scheduled because I showed you how to do that earlier, how to manually go in here and edit a post and then schedule it. So I actually want to reschedule this with my scheduler, so I'm going to uncheck this. So now it's going to run on every single post in my list, all 7 of them. So now I'm going to click Run Scheduler. And you can see the first one on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, at 9 a.m. It looks like that's correct. And then the next one is going to be at 11:55 on the same day. And then the next one is going to be at 4:15 on the same day. All 3 on Tuesday. And you can see the times are a little bit random because we chose that box when we scheduled it. And you can see the posts are a little bit random as well. It didn't start with this dog picture, instead it started with this one. So your list is now ready to go. You can see the next post was on Wednesday, and then this one's on Wednesday, this one's on Wednesday, the next one's on Thursday. So it did everything correctly. It scheduled these all for you based on the schedule that you created. And this is a huge time saver if you have really large lists. It doesn't really do it much justice for my list. I only had 7 in it, but you're probably going to be building a lot bigger list.